Hi everyone, and welcome back to A Jolly Good Life. And in this video, if you want to see how I turned this little party hat into a cute little Christmas tree, then keep watching, because this is going to be today's craft. So the materials you're going to need for this craft are going to be any old extra party hat you might have left over. Believe it or not, my daughter is 20 and this is from probably her 8th or 9th birthday. And you can also pick up really inexpensive hats at the Dollar Tree. If you have leftover and they're not green, you're going to need some green paint. Of course, your paintbrush so that you can paint it. Some Mod Podge. I got this at the Dollar Tree as well. You're going to need some glitter. I have extra fine, but of course you can use any glitter that you would like. This is going to be the most costly thing. I bought this Mickey hole punch a few years back on Amazon, so I'm sure you'll be able to find this on Amazon. So if this is out of your budget, I'll give you other options to do with this little hat as well. But this is what I'm using. And you're also going to need a sheet of scrapbooking paper. You could probably get away with using the smaller sheets depending on how many of the little hole punches you want to use. But I'm just using a Christmas themed scrapbooking paper, one sheet. And that's going to be it for the supplies you're going to need. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to take out the chin strap. So whether that's cutting it off or pulling it out, I'm going to go ahead and cut mine. And then I'm just going to pull the little knot. There's a little knot there. Next thing we're going to do is paint your hat with a layer of green paint. The color I am using is Kelly Green. This is old paint, so it's very clumpy, but you know what? It works. So there you go. I really don't like throwing anything away. I really like to use everything I have. I know this paint is probably almost ready for getting thrown out, but it still works. So I'm going to go ahead and use my clumpy paint, and I'm going to give this a couple of layers of green, because of course, as you can see, I have dinosaurs I got to cover up. You might not have to do 2 layers. Or you might be able to find some green party hats. Make it much easier for yourself if you don't have any leftovers, but I just wanted to show a way to recycle anything, any party hats that you might have laying around your house and you really don't know what to do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 layers of paint on this, see if that's enough, and then we'll be back with the next step. Okay, since those were really thick coats, I gave it about half an hour to dry. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to do is grab your paper, and you're going to go ahead and do hole punch. Now, like I said, if you don't have a Mickey hole punch, that's okay. You can still use this little hat. I have this bling on a roll that I bought a while back at Walmart. You can cut a strip of this and glue it around like this if you wanted to do 1, if you want to do 2. If you want to cut just one little strip of this off, the length of it, and then just wrap it around and glue it. You can also use beads and hot glue them all around if you like. Smaller beads would probably be better, but you can also do that. You can also just Mod Podge it and put glitter on there. The choices are endless. So I just wanted to show you that now you have a base for your tree, and you could do whatever you like with it. You could glue different size pom-poms on here. You could put buttons on here. You could just let your creativity go wild. You can let your creativity go crazy. You can also get ribbon like this and just wrap it around and glue it. All sorts of things you could do. I'm gonna go ahead and hole punch a few more of these little Mickey heads. I wanted to make Mickey Mouse confetti. So that's the reason why I bought this Mickey hole punch. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of my Dollar Tree Mod Podge. I made sure to clean off my paintbrush. And now you just place your Mickey heads wherever you'd like. This is the one that I made before, and as you can see, I used candy cane paper. It was also scrapbooking paper, but it was candy canes. This time I'm using, and this is the one I'm using this time. So you can wrap it around like I did. And then of course I cut with a pair of scissors when I got towards the bottom. So it looked like they were kind of coming off the edge. But I think on this one I'm going to try something different and just scatter them throughout the little makeshift tree. So you're just going to put a little bit of Mod Podge and put them on there, and then put a little layer on top. You definitely don't need a lot for this. It'll dry clear, so no worries. Plus, at the very end, we're gonna do one more very light layer of Mod Podge, and then we're gonna sprinkle the glitter all over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it a little bit different this time, just for a variety. And I'm gonna go ahead and place them throughout the whole tree. I'm also going to put some over these little holes. That's where the string initially was on, the elastic to hold the little party hat on your head. That's looking pretty good to me. Now I'm going to give it a light coat of Mod Podge. But first, I'm going to go ahead and grab a sheet of scrapbook paper that I used. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it upside down, and I'm going to use it to catch any excess glitter so I don't waste glitter. Because we all know waste is not good. So I'm going to go ahead and put a light layer of Mod Podge all over the hat. And then I'm going to go ahead and glitter it. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to try to work kind of a little quickly here so that the Mod Podge does not dry. But I'm going to do sections. So I'm going to do maybe a fourth of the hat. Then I'll continue. Trying not to miss any spots, so it is covered as much as possible in glitter. I think these would be cute for a centerpiece for a kid's table during the holidays. If you have a table for kids, it could also be a fun thing for them to do for the holidays. Get the cousins together. We all know this year with the social distancing, there won't be any large parties, but if there are family members or a few siblings, I think that would be, this is a cute craft for them to put, and then they could display it at the table. And I'm sure they'll be proud to show off their masterpiece. So here's the finished project. I ended up putting a little bow on the top of the tree. Like I said, this was just basically an idea that I came up with to recycle and maybe reuse some of those old party hats that you might have laying around the house. A fun craft. All you really need is the base. So as long as you have the green paint, you can use whatever supplies you might have around your house. Pom-poms, glitter. You could do it with just glitter. The kids could draw with a marker. Maybe they want to draw a strand of lights on the party hat, and that would work as well. But I think it's a cute little craft to do. I want to thank all of you for watching and taking the time out of your day. And if you enjoyed this little recycle craft, stay tuned because I got lots more ideas where this one came from. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.